Hello and welcome to Breath Weapon X, the show that definitely wasn't named after me chucking my dice all over the place. As usual, I am joined by Rob, who, as of next week, will be allowed to go to the pub.
I will be, yeah. I don't know if I will, but I hope I will be able to, and that's the main thing.
And that's what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you not be able to?
Oh, I will. Yeah, definitely. Be in there like a shot, but yeah, annoyingly, my computer's it's running a bit slow at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but that's another problem.
Mine always runs slow, as I just explained to you before we started filming.
Right, so it's been a little bit of time because we had the MOD PDM and we thought that's enough dice for everyone
for that weekend.
That weekend, and then it was our off weekend, and then
we didn't sit up drinking until 3 a.m. did we?
No, we didn't. Oh God, I think can't.
Well, it was 3 a.m. adjusted, so
Yeah, it was. It was technically only 2 a.m, which is fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't have to get up at all with a small child at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't envy you there. And yeah, that was a nice event. I had a torrid time. I hated my team.
Yeah, mine didn't work at all either. Yeah, it wasn't. It started off okay, but yeah, I met too many Beckys along the way, which I again may have ranted about in my drunken stupor.
Yeah, you met all the Beckys and I met all the good catchers. But yeah, it was. I mean, apart from that, it was a lot. You know, it's always a great event and lovely community and all that. So
lovely people. You don't mind getting beaten to both by the people we played.
No, you just kind of roll with it. My biggest problem was I didn't enjoy my team. That was my horrible.
That is a problem. That can be a problem.
Especially for like 6 rounds, that was a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. For like 3 years, like okay, I'll put up with it for a couple more rounds, but not for 6.
That was naff. So our challenge was rare blue.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch the video again because I completely forgot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But yeah, rare cards that will have blue dice. So it all looks nice and shiny and blue.
Yeah. I'm randomly missing my capture dice, so I'll just quickly go and get those.
No, you don't need that.
I probably don't. At 7 cost, I'm not sure I do, to be honest. But
she is a great card.
I'm trying to check them out. Yeah, she's cool. That's for sure. Where are they? They're not there.
I've used it to great effect with the one of the Certas. In fact, on one of our videos, I believe, with one of our pre-relaunch videos, was her and Certa.
Yes, I remember that. I'm sure I took them out, but I bet the cat's got into them. Oh well, if we've got 2 here, so that will do. Yeah. True. So yeah, rare blues is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Quite a lot of choice actually for this one.
It wasn't too bad, no.
Yeah, mine is all. I've got a lot of potentially horrible cards, but they're all very expensive. So I started off with, I thought, because there was quite a few decent villains, so I've gone for the Blue Beetle High School Hero. He's cheap. He's my cheapest card by some way. At 3 cost bolt. Blue Beetle may block up to 2 villains. He's got a really low defense, so it doesn't really matter, but that might be important later on. I've not put these in any particular order, so I've got Kal-El, Unmasked Wonder, the first of my 2 7 costs. He's a Superman affiliation. Again, that might be useful later on. When Kal-El blocks, you may pay shield to have him deal his combat damage to each attacking character instead of just the character he is blocking. So that could be quite bad for you if it all lines up properly. Then I've got another fun. I've got Frost Giant Paragon Elemental from Battle for Faerun. He's a 6 cost again, bolt. He is when Frost Giant attacks, after blockers are assigned, remove 1 blocker from the attack zone, which again could be quite useful when paired up with the Harpy Lady Sisters. Trio of Terror, 6 cost fist. When this monster is attacking, after blockers are assigned, it deals 1 damage to your opponent for each opposing monster that does not block. So I can remove blockers, and yeah, do your damage. So this is more of the blocky side. So I've got Mr. Fantastic, the Invincible Man. He's my second cheapest card at a 5 cost, and obviously the Fantastic 3 affiliation. While blocking, you may redirect up to 2 damage from Mr. Fantastic to the character he blocks. So a bit of self-damage, because he's only got low attacks, but you know, I can reflect some, which is nice. And he has a global. This is quite important for my team as well. Pay mask. Target character must attack this turn. So I can force you to attack and then block with him, or Mr. Freeze, or Kal-El. You know, so it's quite fun. So Mr. Freeze, I believe you have this card as well. For Nora, he is a 6-cost bolt villain. When Mr. Freeze takes combat damage, put a stun token on any opposing character card. And who doesn't love stun tokens?
Yep, we are big fans of stun tokens over here.
Yep. So, and it's good to see them, if we ever get the sets, coming back in the Kryptonite Crisis Saga, whatever it's called. And then I've got Electro, Massive Discharge. Another 6 cost, obviously. Bolt. Sinister 6 affiliation and the villain affiliation. If another character you control is KO'd, if you remember back to the other cards, during the attack step you may spend any number of bolts. For each that you do, deal 1 damage to target opposing character. And everyone's favourite Blue Eyes White Dragon, Monstrous Dragon. He's a 7 cost. I might buy him, I might not. He's got quite a nice ability, which is once per turn you may knock out one of your monsters to give this monster +3 attack, which I actually could use with the Electro. But I can also use the global with Electro as well, so pay bolt and knock out one of your monsters to reduce the cost of the next die you buy by 2 energy. So I've got a little KO machine over here, which is fun. And they're both bolts, and I've got 4 bolt characters as well. So to try and get these ridiculously expensive characters, I've obviously got the Blue Eyes White Dragon global. I've also got Resurrection global on Resurrection, and then I've also got To the Rescue, which is you may field from your reserve pool 1 character die for free, or field any number of Superman character dice for free until the end of turn. Just gives me a bit. Everything on my team is really expensive to field.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's my team.
Cool. So,
so I might buy something. I might not.
My team. So I've started off with the Proxima Midnight Rare. When fielded, KO all opposing level 1 character dice. I mean, that could be, with a bit of fortune, a massive turn. Super Giant, when fielded, you may use a copy of this target's. You may use a copy of target character dice when fielded ability. The idea being to try and, if I get my Proxima Midnight stuck in the field, although I have to admit with your Blue Eyes that's not so much an issue still, but plus it gives it a 4 cost rather than a 6 cost.
Yeah. Do you have to have that fielded though?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you've got Nebula, Galactic Assassin. When you draw this die from your bag during your clear and draw step, you may send 2 other dice drawn this turn from your bag to your use pile. If you do, draw 2 extra dice. So, just a nice little way to get through my bag, plus a 4 cost, which is always useful. Big Barda. Big Barda cannot be KO'd by combat damage.
Okay.
Always pleasant, especially if you get her on a 6 cost, 6 attack. And then, like you say, Mr. Freeze for Nora. Stun tokens are cool. And then this is where, well, we'll see if we can get to her, but 7 cost, Captain Marvel, Kree powered. When Captain Marvel is active, you may have a second attack step immediately following the first. You must attack with at least 1 character die in each attack step, and Captain Marvel must remain active at the end of your first attack step. Well, it's always, better to have 2 attack steps, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Kang, Time Ship. While Kang is active, your opponents must pay 2 life to reroll during their roll and reroll step. I mean, that's nasty.
It's quite bad. I did have him on my team. I thought, no, that's too bad.
And this is my biggest plan of actually getting to things is nowhere. You may swap any character die in your use pile or field zone from purchased character die costing 1 more. So it gives me a way to get to that 7 cost or those 6 costs, along with Candlekeep and Big Entrance. So all sorts of things really going on there.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there.
There is a lot.
On here.
This was
I think this might be one of those that lasts a long time, which I hope it doesn't last too long. I do have to be up in the morning. We're later than normal recording, so I'm hoping that they'll be fine. It'll all be good. I imagine you'll just beat me.
I don't know
how dice fights work. These dice things work, right?
You normally just beat me.
I know.
Oh wow! Wow, 4.
Whoa. I thought, I've rolled three question marks there and 1 psychic.
Well,
no. You've rolled all the psychics. Would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go second, please.
Second. Ooh. That's so you can buy your Candlekeep.
Yeah.
I see. Alright.
Or a Big Entrance and a res, or a whatever.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's not a bad shout. Okay, right. Let's just put that there. Okay. Well, I can't buy my cheapest character die. It's okay. It's alright. Can't res. I could buy Big Entrance. That isn't the worst idea. But the best I can do with a Big Entrance is I'm rolling 3 other dice. I can't buy a Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Not thought this through. I'm going to have to do a first turn res, I think. Right. Oh, or 2 psychics. That could work. Well, there you go. And then I'm going to have to do absolutely nothing with it. You've not got any globals.
What have I got? No, I don't think I do.
That's my trick.
No, like I had to keep telling people, I was terrified by your bloody by the double play face when I kept playing your Green Lantern.
So I've got literally every global but from a 5th global.
There we go. I will buy myself a Candlekeep.
Nice.
For 4. And work out what I'm doing with my basic actions because I don't have enough.
I've actually got a dice bag now.
Oh wow.
Guess what I won at the...
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. I won at the MOD PDM. Got my world's finest dice bag, which is cool because it's got Batman on it. And Superman. Because they are the world's finest. Right, well the good thing of having 2 psychics there is I've got fodder to knock out. Because it doesn't have any sort of limitations on the Blue Eyes global.
No.
So I could, admittedly, knock out one. Can't do anything useful with that. Do I keep the psychic or not? No. Let's just re-roll all that. The psychics. These dice just roll so many psychics. Right. So I could reduce something potentially by 4, which still means I can only afford Mr. Fantastic if I had the right energy. This is not going well. Right. But I can reduce something by 2, which means I can buy something for 4. Which means I can't buy anything apart from a resurrection dice. Right, let's fill a psychic. I'm beginning to... Right, I could buy a Candlekeep for... Because it doesn't have to be, it's just any dice, isn't it? Pay, bolt, and knock out one of your monsters to reduce the cost of the next die. Right, okay. So I'm going to bolt off that. Then I'm going to buy a Candlekeep.
Okay.
So what colour have you got?
I've got green.
Nice.
Yeah, I felt exotic today.
Yeah. I have a green to hand. There we go.
Perfect.
Oh, this is going swimmingly well, I have to say.
Right, 4 sidekicks. And perfect. And I'll buy the second Candlekeep so that you can't.
Wow. You mean the third one, right?
Yeah, my second.
Your second, yeah. Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't get it, so I'm rolling 5 dice. Come on, Mr. Fantastic. At least he's a good blocker. That's something. But of course I roll a sidekick. Although, I can do that. See, this is alright. This is kind of getting there. But if I rolled that, I could buy a 6 cost something, couldn't I? So that's what I'm going to try. Okay, and I've got 1 of each energy, so I could buy anything. So let's KO a sidekick. Then I can spend up to 6. You've got nothing in your field yet, have you?
Nope.
Right, I'm going to go for an electro-massive discharge. Oh, I could stun token though. Stun token seems really good, but no, I'm going to go for him because that seems my only way of making any damage at the moment is by doing that. So yes, excellent. Your turn. I've bought a 6 cost.
God, that's not bad considering.
No, that's pretty good actually.
Right.
Got no bad control whatsoever, but who cares about that, honestly?
Exactly. So let's. I think I'm going to start wanting. I could buy Nebula, or have I got a 3 cost? I haven't got a 3 cost anyway, so I might as well.
You've got nowhere if you wanted to.
True, but I don't particularly. Anyway, there we go. And then I'll buy myself a Nebula. Well, I need to have things to swap first.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And that's me all done.
But the good thing with nowhere is you can swap it from your use pile as well, so you could effectively
buy
roll it,
yeah,
buy what you want, and swap it straight away. But
yeah.
Right, 2 in the bag. Candlekeep. See, I think Candlekeep is highly underrated, although it's not technically modern anymore, is it? So that's. No. But it's, it's the choice. I know it's not as cheap as investigation, but you get the choice, so you can sort of do it on the fly. So, no bolts, but I could potentially have 2 more energy to buy something else. Do I try and roll for a bolt? Shields are no good to me. Oh, well, Kal-El's a shield. But let's. Do I want to spend the mask? Any mask is him, so I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna keep that. That's my Harpy Lady sisters then. Okay, that's the bolts. Okay, so I could bolt out a sidekick and buy a Mr. Fantastic and then prep 2 dice as well. Or I could roll 2 dice and maybe get. I'm going to do that for now. So I'm going to bolt him out. I'm going to buy Mr. Fantastic. And then I'm going to Candlekeep 2 dice into my prep area. Go for a big turn next time. Okay, alright.
Okay.
Your turn. Have you been doing the screens, by the way?
Sometimes.
Right, that's cool. That's pretty much more than I did when I tried to do it for the tournament 2 weeks ago. Needless to say, I was very out of practice.
Okay, shields are not great. That psychic's not great. That's good. If I draw and roll 2, I've got Candlekeep hit, so I could be having lots of. So I might do that. So I'm going to use the draw and roll 2.
Yep.
Okay. And then do I want to draw and roll 2? I can give myself a bag reset. I could buy a nowhere. Although I feel like there's not a lot of value in me.
And if you buy something and then do the bag reset, then you'll have 4 for next turn, which is useful. Because it's 2 dice. It doesn't make for an interesting turn this turn, but
no. Oh.
Probably nowhere is. I possibly would have thought of Kevin Owens' show, because then you've got the 2 cost difference then.
Yeah. Got that there. So that's. Oh man, what to do?
Decisions.
That'd be 2. So I'd be rolling 6 next turn if I do that. So let's.
And that's why I did. That's why I did the prep. You see.
Yeah.
I'm going to be rolling 7.
I think I'm going to buy a nowhere for 3, and then I will prep 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and field a sidekick, and that's me all done.
Okay. Alright, so in the bag I've got a psychic and an electro. I think it's possibly the only first time I've ever used and bought an electro. In fact, I don't think I've used any of these cards. I might have used Mr. Fantastic before. Okay, bolts, 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 but I've got a sidekick, which is good. 2, 4. I've actually got 7 energy, so I could, but then I could just bolt one off, so I could spend 5. I could buy a Blue Eyes, or I could buy a Kal-El. Yeah, I feel I might need. I'm so tempted, always tempted to go to Mr. Freeze. Always tempted. Right, so I want to reroll that really. The rest is actually fine. Doesn't want to play. Okay, so field a sidekick. Then do I just go for the 7 costs? Can help blocks. Or I could do right. So I'm gonna. Do I just have 0 field? But it is a bit of ramp anyway. So that gives me 5, 6. Should I just buy another Mr. Fantastic? No, I'm gonna spend all 6 on Mr. Freeze. Cool. And then I shall pass turn.
Okay. Right. 4 in the bag. Hang on, so... Oh no, because I didn't draw it, I prepped it. No, that was unexciting. Oh man, that's a lot of energy. Let's keep that, although I'm not too keen on all these sidekicks. So... Alright, well that gives us a Captain Marvel, which would be cool. So field sidekick, and I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I just do that?
Yeah, I mean that's what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, in this game, it's kind of not as bad if you spend a whole turn just spending 7.
Yeah. And that's me all done.
Okay, alright. Dice bag. Still getting used to using an actual dice bag, which is kind of crazy in this game. But, okay. Alright. Ooh, a level 3. That's fine. In which case I think I've got an empty bag, so I could just pay that. Oh, that was on that. Pay that, prep 1, and then prep 2 more. So that's basically all of that. Yeah, I can't see further than that really, can I? So there we go, that's going to go there. Then I'm going to res and prep 2, so it's going to be 4 of these 7. 3 of these 7. 1, 2, 3. There you go, so I've got 4. Oh my god, I'm doing bad control. That candle keep is very good, I do like it. And then I could do nothing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Pass turn, I've got a blocker.
Okay, I've got an empty bag.
Cool.
And
Crucially, he's not level 1.
so now I've taken those out, so I can now get to do my thing. When you draw this die from your bag, you may send two other dice drawn this turn from your bag to your use pile. If you do, draw 2 extra dice. Okay, so
I guess they go straight to the use because you're not actually rolling them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that just because it's amusing. Let's do that with my 2 sidekicks then, and draw 2. It's a shame you can't put her straight through to you used.
Well, why not?
Because the other dice survives.
Okay.
But I did get a candle keep, so that was worth doing.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so she comes up, not on the biggest side, but that's acceptable. A candle keep, a nebula, a sidekick. I feel like, yeah, let's do that. And then, do I want to draw and roll 2? Or do I want to roll that sidekick? I feel like I should, because otherwise I'm going to be sad. So I'll re-roll the sidekick first. And that's fine, and then I will draw and roll 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a shame it didn't go.
No, you can afford to field them.
But I can also. So that'll go to used. I'll field those 2.
I think it should have been the level 1.
For 2, and then I will resurrect.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess, because I have the opportunity, oh mind you, I don't know if I really want to start attacking you.
Well, the good thing for me is that Nebula is not big enough to knock out. Unfortunately, neither is Captain Marvel, but yeah.
Yeah, when blocking from Mr. Fighter to the character he blocks. Okay, so
he's effectively a 4 attack each time.
Yeah.
He's blocking.
Interesting. Okay, so I will.
It is redirect though, yeah.
Attack with. So that'd be 7. Yeah. So I'll attack with Nebula.
Okay. So I will block. What's your attack? 2.
2.
So you do no damage to me, and I do 4 damage to you, to Nebula.
Okay.
Because you redirect it. And then, yeah.
Yeah, and then I've got my second one.
Mm-hmm.
What? And then I've got. So then I could do 1 damage. I was hoping that would do it differently.
Yeah, he's kind of messed that up for you, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's a shame.
You could still attack with both of them, but
yeah,
because I can't block both.
True. I feel like I can get through things quickly enough. So yeah, let's do that as well, and then I'll attack with my Nebula and my Captain Marvel.
Okay, so I'm gonna block Captain Marvel. So
Okay.
nothing happens apart from I take 2 from Nebula.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't want her to go through, but at the same time, I didn't really want you to go to the used. So yeah, let me actually get a score sheet up for myself. 2 to me. Right. Okay. Yeah, he's actually really good. That Mr. Fantastic.
I've just realised though, he's his own biggest enemy though, because of his global.
Yeah, so you can force him to attack. Yeah, but you haven't got any energy at the minute. So.
No, I regret. I've just realised. Otherwise, I wouldn't have resurrected.
Because actually, he's also Captain Marvel's worst enemy because I can force her to attack straight away.
Yeah, I suppose it's true.
So,
but then if you're going to eat that damage, then
well, I might not. I might do. I might not. Oh, look at these! Oh, all these psychics. All right. Do I need a shield character? Oh, Kal-El's a shield, but I don't really. So I want him to be different. Psychics are kind of useful. Shield is useful because I want to now be doing that. The bolt is useful, but I'd rather 2 bolts. So I think I'm gonna try and. I've got nothing in my bag, so that is my next. I think that's. Oh, he's come up. Right. Oh, loads of psychics. I can actually just about afford to field them both, just. So if I go for them, then I'm going to field these 2. Right, okay, so this is alright. I'm now going to get into some sort of pattern. So he's a 164, he's a 154, so he's level 2, these are level 3. Okay, so I'm going to attack with my 6-4 Mr. Freeze.
I will block with a sidekick.
Okay, so I will. So I will freeze. Captain Marvel, I'm not fussed about. I'm going to freeze the only other character you bought, I think, which is Nebula.
Okay, yeah, Nebula.
Yeah, so I'll freeze her.
Okay, cool. Ooh, that's a field that I don't like right now. Right.
Yeah.
I've got 2 in the bag. 2 come out, and because it's Nebula's ability, do I want to do that? I suppose. Yeah, because I might get another. So I'll put those to used. That's a fun little ability.
What? Stun or the
Nebula one.
Yeah, it is useful. It's a bit like the old Cosmic Cube. The common one, I think it is.
Interesting. That's good.
So you've now got your Nowhere coming up, and you've got your most expensive character out.
Yeah. And A comes up on energy. Okay, well that's not terrible. Because I can spend 5. If I spend those 4 and 5 on a big barda.
Yep.
I can't because I haven't got any bloody fists. Oh, that's a nightmare. That
is useful for me.
That is real pain. Okay, well, I've got 4 costs. Oh, that's really annoying. So, okay, well, I can still draw. Oh no, I've still got. I haven't. I can't remember. Did I candle keep? I haven't candle keeped, have I?
I don't know.
I don't
think so. No.
Right, so I can candle keep. Well, that's something actually.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, in that case, I can spend 2, 3, 4, and 5 on a big barda. Thank goodness for that. Mm-hmm. That would have been sad.
Yeah.
And then I can Nowhere, which is cool. And I'll put her back, and I will go for a Kang 6.
Yep.
Which leaves me with that. So that's there, that's all over now. Right. Oh, pass 10.
You're not attacking? Oh,
no, I think...
That is disappointing. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm back in a rut now because I haven't got any characters to get out again. Although, oh, that's not the best of energies. That's pretty decent. Right. I do kind of just want bolts really, because then I can KO Psychic, do you damage. It's not actual bolts though, are they? That's not good. It's not that useful. Right, let's. Because I could res, I could do that. I could force you to do some attacking. That is what I could do with the other one. Let's have a look in my bag. I've only got 2 dice in my bag, so I think I'm going to field that. There's no point knocking that out, so I could res, which means that I'll be rolling all my dice next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm going to res. Oh no, because I've got Candlekeep, haven't I? Ah, hold on. Candlekeep could cost me here. So hold on, let's not res. So if I Candlekeep, these are going to go here. Then I've got to get some stuff through. Well, that's not a problem because you've only got 3 dice, so I can definitely get something through. Okay, so I will Candlekeep. I suppose I could always try for bolts. But there's not much choice. Oh, I'm gonna just roll them. Why not?
Wow, bloody hell.
2 bolts, would you believe it? Okay, alright, so obviously I'm going to KO a Psychic with Blue Eyes Global, which will do you 2 damage. Oh no, it's to a character. It's not as good as I thought it was, I keep forgetting that. But it means I could take out your Psychic. Now let's do it to Ms. Marvel. Captain Marvel. So she's taken 2 damage, so she's on 3 health. Okay, so I can buy something for up to 2 less, which means I can't buy much, but I could spend 1 on a blue beetle, just because again it's more stuff to block, and it's more bolts, crucially. What can I do with that bolt? I could knock out that. Yeah. What did I use that for? Oh, I used that so I'd have more damage. Ugh, idiot. Okay, I will leave it there for this stuff. Then I will attack with a 6 for Mr. Freeze.
I will force Reed Richards to attack.
Okay.
And I will block Mr. Freeze with my 5/3 Captain Marvel.
Okay. So he will die, but so will she. He's taking combat damage, so I will stun Captain Marvel.
I will pay 2 energy to unstun her.
Okay, cool. And I will. He's going through, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That
2.
bastard Reed is going.
So you're down to 18.
18s.
Alright, okay.
Right. 1 in the bag.
Cool. It's not as exciting having them there now.
3 back. Oh, Kang! You're saying the rumours are that he's going to be like the next. No, he's already been cast in one of the upcoming projects.
Alright.
In the MCU. So
Yeah.
that is an unexciting hand.
You didn't get the.
I was hoping for a higher.
Yeah, that works for me. She's free. What more do you want? No Kang?
No Kang, which I'm sad about.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But I've got 6, which is useful. Could buy another Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good. Oh man, I've got really crap. Oh, mind you, I've got a Kang keeps, to be fair. And a Nebula, so it's not that bad. Well, I'm going to have to filter her free, and then do I want to buy another Kang, or do I just want to buy cheaper stuff? I can't buy myself a super giant, which is annoying. I could buy another.
You've not got the energy now.
I could buy another Nebula, she's quite handy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can stun me again, I'd have the energy to get rid of stuff, which would be good as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I might do that. Because I feel the second Kang isn't that useful.
No.
And I think I can get through my bag quickly enough. So let's do that. I'll buy a Nebula for 2. I'm allowed to buy it, aren't I?
Yeah, it's just can't attack or block.
Okay, for 2, which would be a mask and a... That's 4, isn't it? So I'll just do all of that. So that's fine, and then I'll hold on to that, and I will pass priority and turn.
Okay. Yeah, I will... Do I want to lose my Electro for the sake of you losing your... What's her name?
She's only a 4/4 at the moment.
I know. I think I'll leave her for now. Yeah, okay. Okay. Nope. Cool. Right, I might have to buy some to the rescues, to be honest, so I can field stuff for cheap. Oh, Letty's come back on level 3 again. Would you believe it? So I want to keep them. I think that's fine because I've got to pay that to field him anyway. So no freeze, but lots of bolts, which I'm 1 short actually. But I have got a candle keep, and I can spend them afterwards. So I'm gonna. What have I got in my bag? I've got 3 in the bag. I'm gonna candle keep. Which is those 2. I'm going to roll them. Another bolt! Well, that is useful and not useful at the same time. Because I need a bolt to KO something, so then I'll only have 3. But it means she'll only have 1 health. But yeah, that's not good enough, unfortunately. Why couldn't he have come out? Right, so if you're the sidekick... do I want any other energy then? Bolts probably doesn't matter now actually because I haven't got enough to knock her out, so I will pay 2 to field him. Then I've got 4 energy left, which I realise now is not that useful at all. Buy him for 3 and res, I suppose. I could buy her to the rescue, and I could buy 1 for less. I could pay that, although I'm only going to be paying 2 anyway. That's ridiculous. I forgot that I could actually buy a 5 cost, but for the fact that I don't have a mask. This is a real issue, not having the right energy, isn't it?
No, it's rubbish, isn't it? Whose idea was this game?
Right, okay, so if I could buy that, I could do a res, then I'm going to have one left over. Right, okay. So I'm going to buy one of these, which may or may not be a good idea, but I've done it now. Then I've got, I suppose if I had that with this roll, then I would then have 6 to spend, which could be 7, so yeah, it's definitely worth buying that. Then I shall res, which I think is the last die in the bag. And do that to KO. I can do that in your turn anyway, so yeah, I will pass priority
I'll force 2 sidekicks to block.
to attack.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Okay, and
Okay, block them. I might as well. Yeah, alright, I'll block them both.
okay, so I'm gonna KO the one that's blocking your sidekick.
Okay.
So then that one gets KO'd, she stays, yeah. Alright.
I just need to get rid of your wall. It's like...
I know, I've got that situation now.
Alright, that's 4. Oh, that's juicy. And a cannon. So, with my nebula, I'll get rid of my sidekick. And pull out what is obviously another sidekick, but still.
Well, yeah, it's churning and that.
It is.
It does say, just before you roll,
Oh.
when you draw this die from your bag during your clearing drop, you may send 2 other dice. It doesn't say up to 2.
Okay, well, I'll just stick that one back in.
Alright.
That could work. Right, so that's
Just
perfect.
nitpicky.
Thanks for that. Oh, it's actually screwed me because I don't get bag reset now.
I mean, I could allow it, but it does just say you send 2 and then you draw 2 extra dice.
Right, I will. Yeah, it does. To be fair, I will candle keep once. Draw and roll 2.
You wouldn't have been able to reset your bag anyway then with candle keeps.
Fist. What's that put me on? So that puts me on 5. Or I could buy a big barter, which isn't a bad idea. And then I could. I'm going to draw and roll 2 now. Let's draw and roll 2 now. With the other one. I could have used a sidekick really. Right. That's 4.
Got no bolts there.
No. And then if I do that, that's the big bar of 5. Yeah, so I think that's our best shot. That 5, and then I will hold on to those masks. And I will pass priority and turn.
Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, I've got this to the rescue. He is a 0-1-1 fielding, obviously, and the only character I've got with it, so that is going to be totally useful, unless I suppose a candle keep comes out at the right time. Right, that is a candle keep. Do I just keep the 2 energy for that? I think it's worth 2 energy now. Alright, what have I got in my bag? Let's just check. Okay, I have got Mr. Freeze, but again he's only a 1 fielding, so that is best on the 2 energy. That energy is fine, I can do quite a lot with that, so... well, it's an extra bolt I suppose. So I've got 3 bolts, which means that I can't knock out her, which is grand. Masks is to force you to attack. I'll tell you what, shall I buy 1, 2, 3, that's 6. So I could Do that. Do that. What have I got in my bag? Did I say is it 2 or 3? I've got 3 in my bag. So if I did that and that, then that's all of them. Right. I think I'm going to spend all these 6 on. Oh no, it needs to be a question mark because I don't have a fist. Or do I buy a frost giant? Yeah, let's buy a frost giant, which means I can keep that question mark. I need another bolt character, which is good. Then I will res and candle keep. So that would be the last 3 in my bag. And yeah, I'll keep this and I'll pass priority.
I'm almost in. I'm nearly got enough characters to actually do stuff. Nearly, but I'm still several turns away.
Yep.
Well,
I'm just buying stuff. I don't really have an order.
No. I will. Let's do the Mr. Fantastic. Let's do Mr. Fantastic and a sidekick. Alright, I'll force Mr. Fantastic and a sidekick. Oh, hang on. Actually, no, sorry. I'll force Mr. Fantastic and Electro to lock.
To attack.
Yeah. And I will lock Electro with my 4/4.
Okay.
It's Captain Marvel.
Yep.
And that's all I'm doing.
Okay, so he'll go through for 2. They'll both knock each other out.
Cool.
Oh, taking the lead. It's only taken us half an hour.
Should we introduce our project at the end?
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad shout. I'm hoping I can. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Right, that's slightly better. Nowhere is absolutely useless this turn. That's pretty good. Let's see if I can get some shields. Masks even. I can. Which is definitely good. So I'll pay 1 to field her. That's definitely useful. I can eat them fucking breads, which is definitely a good idea. Yeah, let's res once. Okay, that's a pretty good one. And then I will pass priority and turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna knock out a psychic. Yeah, I'm gonna knock out a psychic. Let's give myself 9 dice to roll. So less than half of these are psychics. So yeah. Oh, there's the frost giant. There's a blue beetle. There's a candle keep. And now I don't get to the rescue. You see, because it's more useful. Right. That's good. The rest isn't great. Although there's a bolt, there's a mask. Actually, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Just need some more characters. Okay, alright. He's only level 1, but you don't have any Proximus, so that's fine. He's level 3. You don't have any villains either, so his ability at the moment isn't great, but he's a 4/4, which is fine. So I've got to spend... I've got 3 bolts again, not the 4th, which is a little bit tedious, although... So if I spend 3, I've got 3 left over, but I can use them for my own devices. I've got Mr. Fantastic and some psychics. I'll tell you what, let's roll them. Let's roll them. Mr. Fantastic comes out. And he's out. And a sidekick. I've got another wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to field all that though leaves me with just 2 energy. Right. That's fine. He has got only one attack on his face, which isn't good. I've got a lot of level 1 stuff now. Okay, that's not too bad. Because he's only level 1, so I think that's a good idea. So, do I keep the bolts? I'm going to field him. Field. Annoyingly, I can't. But no, sorry, I'm just talking aimlessly now. So mask is fine, question mark is cool, and I've got to pay basically 4 to field all those. So basically, one of these energy I get to keep extra. Unless I field Electro, KO a Psychic to do 3 damage to her. She's got 4 or 5. You're Captain Marvel.
Sorry, she's got 5. 5.
Okay. So if one blocker from the attack zone. So if I was to attack with Frost Giant and he is blocked, but I remove it because of his ability, does he remain blocked but without any attackers?
When Frost Giant attacks, after blockers are assigned, remove one blocker from the attack zone.
Because he has been blocked, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a bit annoying. It's not quite as good as I thought it would be then. But I could knock him out. If I wanted to. Could force. Right, so let's spend... Basically, do I want to keep a bolt or a mask is the question. I think I keep the mask because I've got potentially a bolt there. So I'm going to spend these 3 to field these 3. Okay. If he's knocked out... Okay, so... Yeah, let's do that. Let's... but I could attack with other things. So if I attack with these 2... Oh, let's pass priority first.
I'll force Captain Fantastic. What? I'll force Mr. Fantastic to attack, please.
Right, okay. That's fine.
And I will take my stun token off of Nebula.
Okay, cool. So I'll attack with these 3 then. So I've got a 4/4, a 5/2, and a 1/5.
A 4/4. I'll block the 4/4 with a 5/5, and then I'll block your Frost Giant with a sidekick.
Okay. I will remove your Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So he comes back.
I'll remove one blocker from that. Oh no, hang on. Wouldn't that mean that he goes through?
Well, no, because he's been assigned a blocker.
So what's the
That's
point?
what I was trying to work out.
Oh, I see.
I think I needed to have had some way of giving him Overcrush, but it means that, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I kind of worked my way into a corner with that one. But it works well with the Harpy Lady because then less things are blocking.
Yeah.
So I need to buy her next, I think, to work with Frost Giant. So I think after blockers are assigned, remove one blocker from the attack zone because he's been assigned a blocker, he is then blocked.
It's difficult, isn't it?
But if he had Overcrush, then he would then do all the damage to you because he's not. Because the blocker has been, there's no blocker and he's been. You see what I mean? I think because he's blocked, he just doesn't take any damage because there's nothing to damage him.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
Leave comments below.
If you could, because that is a... You can't tell, because that's true. That's one thing it would do, is that it wouldn't... Oh, who knows? Is it just badly worded and it just means that he's no longer being blocked?
No, no, because I can. It doesn't say remove one blocker from him. It just says remove one blocker from the attack zone.
Yeah.
So if you force me to attack and then block with something, then I can go. Yeah, no, he's now not blocked. He's staying in the field. But you chump blocked him, and he goes through for 1. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Could knock him out. Because then, although I haven't got much of a dice bag going on, I'll let him through for 1. It's got you on 15 and me on 18.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Right. So 4 and a nebula. Oh, that is tempting. Let's do that. Yeah, definitely. I'll get rid of 2 sidekicks. And well, oh no, Kang did come out. Oh, excellent. Oh, things are starting to get a little bit exciting now. Right. We're finally doing things. Oh, let me change the screen before we have a big dramatic roll. And he comes out quite wonderfully. Sidekick.
What level's he on?
2, I think.
Excellent.
Oh no, 3.
Oh, it's 3. Yeah, that's fine. I can still do stuff with that.
Let's reroll all of that, I think. Okay, there's a Candlekeep that comes up. There's one that's going to be 2 energy. There's a Fist for Nebula. There's definitely some good stuff coming. And then, what do I want to do? I don't really want to use that Candlekeep, funnily enough.
Can you field it? Oh, you can field everything. Yeah. Well, you can always prep with it, can't you?
Yeah, but I suppose I've only got Nebulas. Yeah, I might as well prep. I think it's the best option there. But that means we've got a good turn next turn. Then I can field a Sidekick, a Kang, and a Nebula. All this turn. So that is some exciting stuff. And then I will. Well, I probably won't do anything yet, but
Okay, well I'm going to force Kang to attack.
Okay, so he's a 5/5. I'll attack as well with a 3/6 Nebula. So there's a 5/5 and a 3/6.
3/6. Okay, so I'm going to block the Kang with a Frost Giant. And he says she's a 3/6.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just block with the 4/4, so they bounce off each other and they both KO.
Okay, and then do I want to do attack step number 2? Yeah, because you've got nothing. Well, we trade with Electro and Captain Marvel.
Well, no, because Electro and Captain Marvel we would trade off. He's down to 1 health. Yours is down to 2 health.
2, so they could trade as well, which would leave me very light. Probably not a good idea to be that light. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Okay.
All yours.
Cool. Alrighty. I was wondering whether to knock out a sidekick, but I don't think I can be bothered. 1, 2, 3. I think I need to buy more Mr. Fantastics. That seems to be causing the most issues. Oh, and there's a Mr. Freeze. Excellent. Oh, blimey. A level 3. Right, I really want that now. really, really want that now. Okay, that's okay actually, because if I roll this, well, actually, either way, actually, that's fine. So it's not much point in re-rolling it. Although I can res if I do roll it. Right. Yeah, there we go. So you may field from your reserve pool 1 character die for free, or any number of super characters. Right, so I will play that to field him. Level 3, 8/5. I will then pay 1 to field Mr. Freeze. He's only a level 1. And right, then I shall res because I can't actually do anything else with that anyway. So I'll res, pass priority,
Back to you.
and I don't think you're going to let. You might let these through, but I would be surprised if you let any of these through. So a 4/2 freeze, a 4/4 beetle, and an 8/5 frost giant.
Okay. I'll let freeze through, and then I'll block the beetle with a 5/5 and the frost giant with. In fact, do I do that? Because you just paid a lot to put him out. Oh, mind you, then again, you're going to do shenanigans. But you'll do shenanigans anyway.
Yep.
It's all a bit irrelevant. All right. Well, I'll still block. I'll block Captain Marvel with the frost giant, and then I'll block with a nebula.
Okay. So yeah, I'll remove your. Assuming your psychic isn't blocking him, is
No.
it? Okay, so I will remove Captain Marvel.
Okay. And oops.
And then they bounce off each other. He goes through for 4. That's what I like to see. And turn. Oh, got a nice big block, although his defense isn't as big as I'd hoped, but you know, an 8 attack is good.
Yeah. Right. 1 in the bag.
Can't complain.
And 3 come out. Nowhere has been absolutely useless.
That's the problem I find with action dice, is getting them out of the. That's why, although you're rolling a lot, so you could potentially buy something and then swap it straight. So
we're back up to 11. Oh, for Pete's sake. The scoreboard is acting up. Everything's running really slow, and I don't really understand why. Right. That is ultimately rubbish, so let's re-roll all of that. Okay. Yeah, I can spend 5 on a barda. 3, 4, 5. And then I could buy Approximate Midnight, which is, you know, it's alright. So yeah, I'll spend 5 on a barda, and then I will know wear it out and get Approximate Midnight. And then I forgot to do. I know because I pulled her out. Yeah, and then I can't really do much with that. I could res, I suppose, which probably isn't a bad idea because
need as much currency as you can get.
Yeah, so let's res. And then there's a good chance that I get some luck, and then I will pass priority and turn.
Cool. Right, I've got 3 and 4. I've got Candlekeep. I've only got 1 in the bag, which so that could be useful. No, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Fantastic, but I have got Candlekeep. Question mark's always useful. Masks seem to be the go-to at the minute, with forcing stuff to attack.
Yeah.
Shield isn't the worst, but I've got that. Let's keep that. Let's just see if I can get Mr. Okay, level 3 again. Obviously. So I've got to pay 2 to field him. That leaves me with 1 energy. But if I get other energy, then these are all useful. So I think I'm going to draw and roll. So 1. Kind of abandoned the ramp now. 2. Oh, so Mr. Freeze. Let's could be useful. Okay. Alright, more bolts. So if I gotta pay 2 to field him, I could buy myself a Harpy Lady just by KOing 2 psychics. Which I think is the bit that I now need to start doing a little bit more damage. Unless I buy another Mr. Fantastic, because he seems to be your bane at the moment. So, right. Field him. Only level 2. So I've got 4. So if I spent one of those to KO a psychic, I could buy Mr. Fantastic. If I KO 2 of those, then I could buy a Harpy Lady or another Mr. Freeze. But then I would have something left over if I... Okay, so... Alright, yeah, then I get one left over. I like having the Psychic's Mind, but... Right. Or I could just keep all of this and make stuff attack. That is also a valid option. Right, okay, so I'm gonna... Do I want to do anything with that? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna KO one of those, which will deal 1 damage to Miss Captain Marvel.
Okay.
And then I will pay 1 for another blue beetle. And then I've got these left over, so then I shall pass priority.
Pass priority. Oh, do I really want to do anything? I don't. No, I'm alright. Back to you.
Okay, and then I will attack with Frost Giant and 8/5 and a 4/4.
Okay, I'll block your 8/5 with a 5/5 and your 4/4 with a 3/6.
Okay. Alright, then I will... yeah, I'll remove Captain Marvel.
Okay.
It's just in the vague hope that you go the other way, but it's not likely, I know. But
Right. I will.
yeah, because I don't even have a choice. It just says remove one blocker.
Right.
I suppose the choice I have is just to not attack with him.
So if I'm going to have a good turn, I need 2 candlekeeps ready.
Yep.
Oh, well, alright.
There you go.
That's one way of doing it.
Not bad.
Fists are not particularly useful. Let's re-roll those. Okay.
Masks are much more useful.
Yeah. I'll candlekeep number 1. There's 1. And do I want to buy anything? Not really, because I can't really.
Well, you could bolt something. You could have bought another Nebula, but it's not that useful right now, or another Kang.
Some bolts. Oh, well, there you go. It's a sign, but I don't really want to lose the. And then I'll candlekeep number 2.
You can have a lot of masks, but you don't want that stuff to attack now, do you?
He won't roll. That's been pretty brutal. But
again, you could buy anything and get one more expensive thing.
Yeah.
That's just all you can do with that.
Yeah. Which I suppose it is. You know, it's a good.
You could get a big Barda. You could get another Kang, but I don't think you need another Kang.
No.
You don't really need another Captain Marvel. You could buy.
Proxima Midnight's relatively useful.
Annoyingly, you can't buy a 5 cost to buy Mr. Freeze for 5. That would be quite useful. So you could basically buy Nebula or Mr. Freeze outright. That's basically it.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man.
You've got 7, but Freeze is 6. It's no good for you, really, is it?
No. No, that is really naff.
If you had a second nowhere, you could buy a Nebula, then change it for a
Trade it up.
Barda, and then change it for a Freeze.
True. No, I should have done that ages ago, actually.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, but then you still need to line them up and everything.
Admittedly, with Blue Eyes Global, you could buy a Freeze for 4.
See, I can force all your stuff to attack, but I don't really want to at this point. I need...
No, you've only got 11 health.
Yeah. And those shields. And I buy a freeze. Oh, that is... Yeah, I guess I buy a freeze for 6. I can't even rest. This is really naff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Marvel's stats aren't even that good. It's quite disappointing.
No, I'm pretty much going to take her out on this turn.
Yeah, by freeze.
But she's not even that much of an issue for me at the moment.
No, I haven't got... I don't know. It's just I can't...
Just that one extra thing to not block is good.
Yeah. And then I guess that's the end of my turn.
I will KO my sidekick, and because he's KO'd, I'll do 1 damage to Captain Marvel, and I'll force it to attack.
Okay.
And I will chuck out your nemesis. So he reflects 2 damage and does 2 damage.
And there she goes.
Yep. There you go. So you've only got 2 things to block now, so you'll block that. I think this might be game.
Yeah, I just never got anything out. I could never roll anything.
1, 2, 3. Four. Right. Wow. This. Other than the fact that I think I can win, although I would have to take out. I have to roll a psychic, and I have to roll a bolt. There's a bolt. The rest is pretty awful though. That will keep, because I don't need to field anything. Oh, there you go. 2 psychics there. So I will field my 2 psychics. I will knock 1 out, which means I'll do 1 damage to your sidekick.
Okay.
Then I'm 1 short of buying a Kal-El, and that's the only thing I could buy with shields, so I'll pass priority.
Back to you.
And I will push.
I'll block your giant.
Yep, so that means I've got to push her back, because that's his text. It doesn't say may, it just says remove. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oof.
Bam. There you go.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like these 2 teams.
Yeah, it was even. I couldn't.
We both went big, because mine would have been no good otherwise.
Yeah.
But they were evenly built. I was just chipping you down with you sending him through, just doing two through a time.
I shouldn't have bothered. I should have just left him there for a while, but I couldn't. I just never really got anything out. You
didn't get a field.
I never ever got a field. I've whiffed Barda twice.
Yeah.
I whiffed Kang twice, and then the one time I did get him, you just pushed him through.
Yeah. Having that global there hurt you, as much as it slowed me down, but that's all really. I thought you might go for the Proxima, but again, I don't think it would have hurt that much. The only thing for me, it would have taken up my psychics, which I was using quite a lot to do the damage.
Yeah.
And if I hadn't have been able to remove Captain Marvel that turn, in your turn that I did, I wouldn't have won this turn anyway. Yep, didn't buy me Kal-El, didn't buy me Harpy Ladies, but actually all the others were pretty good. I still like Mr. Freeze. He works well.
Yeah.
This Electro was actually kind of more useful than I thought it was. It basically won it for me at the end there. And it kept your field a little bit lighter. Yeah, but it's good fun.
No, it was alright. Yeah, I just don't know. It's like all the bits should work together and they just don't. The Nebula was really nice.
Yeah, the
Being
Nebula's
able to
really
churn,
handy.
that was really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, I never got my Barders out and I didn't get my Kangs out and I just never had a field.
As I say, if you'd have gone for your big entrance, probably looking at it, isn't that useful in this format because of the high cost of everything.
Yeah.
So you've got to roll it, plus you've got to roll. I suppose with the Candlekeep you could have bumped it up, but what you probably wanted would have been Kevin Owens' show there. But then that might have helped me as well, maybe. Because your Kevin Owens show is the one where you change it for up to 2 costs more.
Yeah.
So that would have given you a bit more flexibility than the Nowhere. But I do like that Nowhere card. That is a really handy card in some situations, just not in this team, I don't think. But
yeah.
I suppose it got you a Kang for 5.
Yeah, it got me. I mean, I'd get a Kang for 5, a Proxima that I never rolled either for 5.
Oh, you did actually buy her in the end, yeah. But you got her, yeah. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it just nothing. It never quite worked out. I feel like I don't really know where it all went wrong, but it just never quite lined up for me. Even though I got the Captain Marvel earlier, I never had anything else to push with.
No, but the problem is you needed something that, like as I said before in one of the previous ones, I had the Surtur with a force block where basically if I KO'd one of your things, it KO'd everything.
Yeah.
So I just had him attacking on the first one, forcing something to block. And then that took out your entire field. Then I just went through with everything else in the second attack.
It's done its best, yeah. It's like if Kang had rolled though, you'd have been taking some light as well. Things didn't quite go for me. Because even if you're pushing him through at 5 damage, you can't just.
I can't absorb that.
So yeah, things just didn't quite line up as well.
And a big 8/5
yeah.
didn't help matters.
No. But yeah, no, they were good. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to do that again. That was quite fun.
I enjoyed that one. Yeah, that was. I mean, I don't know how we could. I quite like maybe just do something gianty because I think the fact that everything was giant was quite fun.
Yeah.
And we have done that again. We did a 6 or 7s before, didn't we?
Yeah.
One of my challenges, but that was back when it wasn't the same format, so it was a bit less balanced.
That could be something to do for as a format.
Yeah.
You could do giants.
Yeah, that could work really well.
It's easy. It's easy for us.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe ban Becky.
Yeah, but she's only a 5, so.
Well, it depends what your threshold is, doesn't it?
I think you'd have 6, and then you're allowed one under 6.
Yeah, I think that's what we did last time, wasn't it?
Something like that, because otherwise you've got no way of doing it.
Well, you do. I mean, I suppose I didn't buy my 3 cost first. I think I bought my Mr. Fantastic first.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, a 5 cost, but yeah, the first few turns I was kind of worried, just because having so many high cost cards is a pain. But yeah, I enjoyed that. It was a good set of teams.
So I guess we should announce what we've kind of got planned coming up.
Yeah. So are we gonna choose the format first?
So
should we do what I mentioned before, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, both of our teams can only have 1 die per card, but we're not allowed to use the super rare ones.
I've gutted. My team of cross pulse was going to be
Well, I think Black Lanterns or White Lanterns.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they can't be unique dice ones, or they can't be super res full stop.
Um,
I mean, it kind of. Probably should have clarified this first.
yeah, I feel like.
Also, or we can test it. We'll try it. So
Yeah.
full stop. Oh, damn! I can't bring my multiple man pod with one die.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's a shame.
Okay, we'll do that then. So no super res at all. Anything basics, I guess. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, keep it simple. All right, cool. That's that sorted out. So then, yeah, we've got a project in the works, which we're hoping to roll out for next week, which is basically sort of taking on. Well, I mean, it's been done before, the whole legacy format. So we're looking at doing a mini legacy series in the off weeks that we normally do this one. And we're gonna be basically it's modern only legacy. We're gonna be banning, I think, either the win con. We haven't fully hashed this out yet, but it's either going to be the win con only, or we're going to do like loser bans one of the winner cards and the winner bans one of the loser cards. We just really want to explore the win cons of modern, I suppose is the best way of putting it.
Yeah, I think when we spoke about if we were to do like you normally do on Legacy and you ban the whole team, then we're not just looking to just do a Legacy. Essentially, we want to try and find those other win cons. So the idea is that okay, well, I think it's no real surprise the first week is going to be your Becky and your goal catcher. Well, we don't want to necessarily get rid of everything on that team. For instance, I use Forge. Now, that Forge is an OP and doesn't need to be banned.
No, and it also could enable another win con that we might not have tried before.
Yeah, so...
and the same as if I was to play further down the line, some people may know that I like playing the Green Lantern team. I don't want Clayface to be banned before I get a chance to show that win con off. I don't want Asuka to go before. I don't want Asuka to go with that team. I want Asuka to be used in the future for other teams, like an Awakened team or anything that uses masks, basically.
Yeah.
So if we ban the top two cards from the winner and a card from, effectively, we don't really want to be reusing win cons. So
no.
If Becky and Godcatcher went in week 1, then that's fine. We can carry on with the rest of it and use all of them other cards again in another team because that would work.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, that's the. Hopefully, I'm going to get something up on the website. Hopefully this week before we start it on next week. Basically, we're gonna. I'm hoping to do a sort of tying with a little bit of a tournament report from last week. Sort of just saying how I was beaten by 3 Beckys, rah, sort of thing. I might get some input from you on that one, and yeah, just go from there. Really, make it its own page. So we'll keep an eye out, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. So there we go. That's things are back to normal,
Yeah.
and. Yeah,
indeed.
I guess.
To normal. I won. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just. It's like that one's like it's sticking with me because I'm like, it never really went anywhere, but I feel like it should have. But anyway, that's it, and I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
If I can find the stop record, there we go.